What is up, my YCs? Today we're going to be ranking every character based on how chudly they are. I am an expert chud, as I do kind of play a lot of Yeti Chomper. Whether I'd like
I
to
am
admit it or not, it's kind of a chud character.
I am also an expert chud, as I play a lot of Zen Cactus. And whether I would like to admit it or not, they are a chud character.
Alright, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's quickly define what a chud character is. Chud characters are easy to play, like the majority of Chompers. They have a very low skill ceiling, so it's not like you can even get good at them.
Electro Brains.
Yeah, Electro Brains. He's our defined, undepthful character. They're, and number three, they are very frustrating to play against. We're going to be going in alphabetical order if you're wondering why the list looks like this.
We
All
spent
right.
some painstaking time ordering them, and then it got reset.
Yeah, I hate Tiermaker. Fuck this website. So, AC Perry is first on the list. He has the downside of being a splash character,
Who
like a
doesn't get
really easy,
rewarded?
like a really fall asleep while playing splash character. But if you're good at them, you're definitely like putting in a lot of effort because of their weird arc. So I feel like he has more chud features than he has. He's got the stun grenade too, which is a chud.
He's more chud than not, so he's on the bottom half.
Yeah. Do we think slight chud or chud? I'm thinking
I would say
slight chud.
chud.
Okay, yeah. Actually, I mean, I kind of agree. He does have the sonic grenade, so. All right. Next is Agent P. This is definitely a very important character on the tier list. Obviously,
Extreme top half, top
he's
half.
top half for sure. I think you can you can't really do that good on Agent P if you're a new player just trying to play him because he's OP.
His floor is very high,
His
but his ceiling's also pretty high. Not as high as another character we'll get to, but still pretty high.
Yeah, I'll put him in Chad because he's definitely
Yes,
on the.
yes, yes.
That's a good ranking. Alien Flower, it's one of the most annoying splash characters in the game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're ultimate chud
They're
because
not
they don't
ultimate.
have like a auto win ability like Citron or Chompers. So I'll put them in chud. They are definitely there's not that much to them.
Reg All Star. I love me my All Stars.
He's got impunch sprint tackle, but he has like the projectiles. I feel like he's neutral.
Neutral, but slight Chad if you use Long Bomb.
And I'd say we stick to like the base kits or the optimal
Yes.
kits.
Yes, we can
Optimal.
do that, but you are much more Chadly if you use
Well,
Long
yeah,
Bomb.
duh. We'll put him in neutral. Archaeologist. Everyone likes to say he's a Chad character just because he's like underrated or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he's like a slight Chad character. He doesn't.
Slight Chad. He's not the most Chadly.
Yeah, he's
Maybe.
still a melee character.
Yeah.
He's not.
I mean, his projectile is not the worst scientist projectile, so they do have a little bit more of that depth to them. They're a bit more depthful, but
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Arctic Trooper. Okay, this is I think our first ultimate Chud character. This
it's like,
character's freeze time is genuinely unreactable if you have a big hitbox.
yeah.
He's just a counter character, and he's really not fun to play against. He's probably one of the
You,
least fun characters to play
they
against in the
just,
entire game.
it's like getting gooped, but you don't even realize what's happening
Yeah, he's,
because they can do it from a longer range.
and he's in like a. I mean, you can only get so good at him because you only have to hit half of your shots because the other half are spent shooting at a static object. So yeah, he's definitely an
Yeah.
ultimate Chud character. Armor Chomper, he's really really bad and really not fun to play. So clearly you've got some balls to be playing him or like maining
There's
him.
no Chad to them still because Goop and
Yeah,
Chomper,
I think.
they're
Well, oh okay, I think he's neutral.
I don't respect, yes, neutral. I don't respect armor chomper characters, but I don't say screw you for playing a chomper. The armor counteracts the chomper, so it's just
Yeah,
neutral.
I agree. Astronaut. So this is the name is it's a very high skill character, and it's definitely a lot more of a Chad character than the other guys. He doesn't have an instant win button too, so I think I'll
They're
put him in Chad.
Chad, yeah. Chad's pretty good.
Bandit Cactus.
Bandit
Bandit
Cactus.
Cactus is absolutely in the top. You basically
Yes, upper half.
all of the cacti's abilities can kind of just. Oh wait, drones. Yeah, I forgot about drones.
Drones. Do we want to like add that? Like, because
I'll
drones
I'll
are
make a
so different.
yeah. I'll add a drone image as at the end of the tier list. Put in the ultimate chud tier because I hate drones. But what, not including the drone off cooldown playstyle that is the cringiest, most unfun playstyle in the entire game. I'd say that Bandit Cactus, a character that you need to play at mid range, they're a cactus, their recoil is hard to control. They're like interesting to play against. I think we put them in Ultra Chadley because
Yeah, I'm down. I love Bandit Cactus. They're maybe my second favorite cactus besides Zen.
yeah, you're never mad at a Bandit Cactus. Never.
Yeah.
Base
Baseball Star,
fire.
it's just same as All Star. They're
It's
just
just
worse,
yeah.
but they're not like respect worse because it's not like their
It's not like they even
badness.
really play any differently.
Yeah, they don't add an extra skill by being worse. Ah, barbecue corn.
Barbecue corn is he's like I'd honestly say he's like worse than Fire P when it comes to just spamming and choke points because he fires so many little projectiles and they all do 20 damage. At least Fire P has to like uh shoot
I mean, okay,
like he could
they
just
don't.
fling his camera around and you could
Okay,
get like a
that's
bunch of damage.
they don't all do 20 damage. They just all do a bonus 5 damage and the last one does 15 more on top of that.
Yeah, I'd still hate him so much. He's so annoying to
Yeah,
play against.
I'm just saying that he's not freaking like 20 times damage.
Yeah.
Uh,
Breakfast Brains, definitely a Chad character. He's not very good. Uh,
yeah,
he's got
they as a melee they require like brainses with their hitbox require a lot more forethought than scientists.
yeah. I guess Chad is a good choice here.
Yeah, yeah, Chad. If a lot of the better scientists are going to be going in Slight Chad, we can put Breakfast in.
Yeah. Okay. Red Cactus, I think definitely a slight Chad or even Chad character.
Chad. I like.
You know, no broke, ignoring drones, no stupid abilities. Just a very basic
I
character. And
they're.
sorry, what?
I would say like I mean I also love Red Cactus. The marksman rifle is very immaculate. Um,
Next is Camo.
Camo.
So it's between these two. I
Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah.
Ultra Chadley is an option just because of how precise you have to be.
Yeah, and especially like the damage cutting in half for body shots is
Yeah.
also pretty unforgiving.
Yeah, and the clips you hit on, I mean, I feel like I do kind of get annoyed with them a little bit if they're in the deep back line, but that's just because they're good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they're just a more respectable future cactus
For
in
sure, for sure.
basically every way.
Well, where would we put Future Cactus? Probably Slight
Probably
Chad.
Slight Chad,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll put
I
Camo
agree
and
with that.
Chad.
Yeah.
Camo Ranger, I do not like playing against Camo Ranger. I can
I
understand.
okay, here's the thing. I still think they should be at minimum neutral just because they're still like they're annoying, sure, but they're not like unrespectable. So we can put them in I don't want to put them in any
If
bottom half.
I'll
So
I'll I'll
neutral.
I'll try to be unbiased and put him in Slight Chad, even though I really
We
just
can
don't like dying
we
to him.
we can put them in neutral if you want, I
No,
think.
no, I got because I know that there's gonna be I would much rather die to or I would much rather die to a Camo Ranger than like Impunt, Sprint, Tackle, or Goop.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Captain.
Ultimate Chud. Ultimate Chud. Ultimate Chud. There's no question.
I mean, I haven't seen a good Captain Cannon player in a while.
They're
But
still
yeah,
annoying.
yeah, okay, fine. Deadbeard, probably doesn't. He also just doesn't have an insta win button like Cactus. If someone's dying to his barrel, they're already like probably misplaying.
Yeah.
It's really easy to bunny hop away from a barrel. Anytime I'm getting rushed by a barrel, if there's a slope of any kind nearby, I just bunny hop down and then it's not a
Yeah.
problem. So I'd say he's a Chad character for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chud
I know.
face.
I mean, they're not really ultimate Chud. They are
Yeah,
bottom half, but they're not ultimate.
this character is so annoying. They're so cringe, and
I mean,
I hate dying to them.
I feel like fire characters need to have a minimum level of slight Chad. They can't go any higher just because of how annoying the fire status effect is.
Yeah, it's really not fun. Absolutely a Chud character. Party man, definitely I'm
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
biased, but he's an
Yeah.
ultra Chadley character.
I
Especially
agree. Dealing with the lesser damage is definitely something that comes with respect.
and the melee time playstyle where you just rush in when you get party time is so based. So fun.
I
Um,
should say I said minimum of slight Chad, I meant maximum.
yeah. Oh, okay. Shark bite. He's just about the same as.
Yeah, they're like cool. I mean, the splash
y-
does kind of
Yeah,
detract,
you're right. You're right.
but it also doesn't really matter that much. I don't know.
I mean, they're a dead beer that can hit you around corners. It's just not as near as much damage as the flame face initial shot and Captain
Freaking Captain
Cannon.
Cannon.
I'll put him in sight chat just to account for the splash damage. Just Squawk.
Okay.
He's. I mean, it's hard to be
I mean,
as
I mean, he sucks, but yeah, Ultimate Chadley. I couldn't play. I don't have enough. Like, I mean, I'll play them eventually once I get around to mastering all the beards in general.
well. We're
But
mostly thinking about how we feel when we die to them and
die, I guess.
how good and skillful you feel
I
playing them.
rarely see squawks. I think they're high per single projectile like damage per projectile, even though it's like pretty bad. It just feels like weird to go against.
I
And poison is just annoying. It doesn't accomplish anything. It's just
yeah.
annoying.
Um. Do you think we put them in Chad?
Probably.
All right. I'll put them in Chad for poison damage. And
Um,
yeah. Okay.
Centurion is camo ranger, but they have fire damage.
Yeah, they're just slightly annoying because of the fire damage, but I'm never really bothered by them like I am a flame face because they're always repositioning because they're a soldier.
Mm,
They're always at
yeah.
that like mid range, so I'm never really that mad at them. Chemist is
Chemist,
a Chud character.
they're not as they're very similar, but not nearly as abhorrent as zoologist, who I realize may be the finale.
Oh yeah, he yeah, foreshadowing. There might be a new tier made specifically for zoologist. Um,
Reg, I
Reg
mean, it's a
Chomper,
chomp.
it's a chomper, so already it's not great. I think we just put it in slight chud because there are definitely like the spray chompers. I feel like are more chudly.
Yeah,
I mean, like the stats effects ones. I'll put them in slight chud.
yeah.
Chomp
Uh,
thing. Everyone likes to say he's not a chud character because he's
well, I mean, do they like to say they're not? Well, whether or not they're
just
good
because
or
he's
bad,
bad.
this has nothing to do with their actual like goodness.
I know. I
It just
feel
has to
like
do with
people
I
would.
never see them is the issue.
Yeah,
Like,
I never really see them. Maybe they're all doing the Dr. Chomp play style.
yeah, Doctor
Really.
Chomp is ultra Chadley, but
Dr. Chomp is ultra Chadley. Um, I think they're probably about the same because they just play like Reg Chomper, really.
yeah, Reg
Citron.
Citron.
He
They do
also
have EM Peach.
Ian Peach is really not fun to play against. They have rollout. They have fucking Ian Peach rollout and just like
I
running
mean,
away in ball form is very or baller play styles.
well, it's like Citron is like slight Chad if you play them disciplined, but like there's so much like there's such a dark side of Citron that I just can't put them.
Yeah. Commando Corn. I see so little Commando Corns, and he's like
Yeah.
a really bad character in my opinion. He's so much worse than Party Corn, Red Corn, Mob Cob. He just feels so bad to play. He has
I mean,
splash damage.
well, also part of the reason they feel bad to play is because shared vanquishes don't count.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's like the
I feel like
biggest
you could
hit.
get really good at them though if you have good aim.
Yeah,
So
they're not. They have splash, but they're not. It's not like It's like
It's not splashy
it's like
reliant.
it's like reg splash where it's like not
Yeah.
um
You'd much rather be hitting direct hits.
yeah.
And with, certain splash characters like AC Parry, you don't even really care. Commando P,
Commander
I
P.
think he's a slight Chad character. Actually, I mean, he might even be Chad just because he's worse than Agent P, for sure. And
Yeah, but they're sort of similar. They require a lot more aim than a lot of other P shooters because they technically are splash, I think.
no,
I
no,
could
I
be
don't think they're Splash.
okay, but they
It's either, I mean, honestly, they could be Ultra Chadley because you're really
that's
taking the
honestly up
hard
to you.
route. It's my choice.
Yeah,
I'll put him in Ultra
I
Chadley because
I like them, but I haven't played them enough to really
I'm never
played
mad at
the
a Commando P. You can definitely get really good at them. And I think they're very skilled. Um,
computer scientist. I mean, if you see, I mean, if they just play, I mean, you never really see this, but if they play them like a normal scientist, then they're gonna be in all the other normal scientists. But like, to getting to mode requires work. You can't suicide, and getting to a mode on a melee character is extremely respectable.
Especially when it's
So
frail. I mean, he's still
I feel like slight chat. I mean, if we put archaeologist in slight chat, I think we can definitely put
okay. Yeah, sure. Count Chompula, definitely a Chad character, just because his gimmick
like,
is so hard to pull off successfully. But he's still a Chomper.
yeah,
Maybe neutral.
neutral. They're like the sort of the bright side of armor, where they're like more respectable because you're doing something, but instead of being respectable because they're bad, they're respectable because they're cool
Yeah, I agree.
and require effort.
Cosmic
Cosmic
Brains,
Brain.
he is whoever's playing Cosmic Brains is typically very good.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of great. He's one of the highest skill ceilings in the game. He's still a melee character though, so I think he just
I
goes in
mean,
Chad.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to. I definitely don't want to put them in Ultra Chadley.
Yeah, no, definitely
Um.
not.
Ugh.
Cricket
Cricket
Star,
Star.
looking at you and Credit Chris. They're a
Yeah.
Chud character,
Yeah, it's baseball star but with fire.
and
And
because of
so
the
they're
slow projectiles, they're definitely not as bad as BBQ.
yeah, but it's yeah, and they have all the it's like they are the antithesis of what I like about All-Star.
So you're a Chud.
No, the antithesis. They are the opposite
Oh
of
yeah,
what I
I'm
like
stupid. I
about
forgot
All-Star.
about that. The word is so weird. Disco
I
Chomper. If you see a Disco Chomper in disco mode, you know
Disco
that
Fever?
Disco
Yeah,
Fever.
Disco Fever. That's man.
That's high up for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if they're not on if you're not just roaming. I mean, I'm not saying roaming
Yeah.
is a cringe playstyle. It's just it's definitely easier when roaming.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But like if you see one in mode, you're like, "Oh, that person's."
yeah. I'll put him in Chad just because he's like so
Yeah, yeah,
hard to
yeah.
get mode on. I think I've gotten his
Doc,
mode like 5 total times.
I might have gotten it once in a real game. I think I got a half of a kill away one time.
That's unfortunate. Dr. Toxic. I rarely see or care about Dr. Toxics,
They're like
but they're definitely not a respectable character. They're like reg scientists, but they do
let
slight toxic damage at range. So
yeah,
uh,
it's
I wouldn't put them any higher than slight Shud.
Druid
Oh dear,
Rose.
dude,
Ugh.
they might even be ultimate Chud, man.
I honestly, because it's just like with it's just all the other toxic damage. It's just not good enough to matter, but it's still annoying.
Yeah, and they just have 50 projectiles per clip, and they dump their entire clip in like 3 seconds. Oh, it's
Bro
so
is literally the Zukovs of this game.
they're so annoying. You just have to respect the Druid Rose's entire sightline no matter what, even if you have good movement, just because they're
They're
so
so
easy to play and there's so little you can do looking at you, Briffix. Um, Briffix is like the Chad of Chud characters.
Yeah, they're like they gain respect in all the least respectful ways.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
Electrician.
He's got some of the biggest splash damage in the game, but it does like no damage at all.
Yeah, you still gotta hit your shots. They're like Reggineer, but we'll get to Reggineer
Reggineer is
soon. But
definitely higher than Electrician.
they're way no, dude. Reggineer is way higher, but they're sort of like the Chud version of Reggineer,
Yeah, I'll
where
put them in.
missing still isn't that rewarding, but they're just also more annoying.
Yeah, and they don't freeze you like
Yeah,
AC parry. I feel like their DPS is way less. I'll put them in neutral.
Elect.
E-Brains, the least
So
depth.
there, this is like a key detail where we bring up that you can be undepthful and also not be a Chud character.
Yeah, I feel like E-Brains is one of the. Yeah. When we originally came up with the term undepthful, I was talking about E-Brains.
Yeah.
I feel like he's honestly like potentially Chad just because he does like so
No.
little damage.
I don't know.
Nah, okay, I know what you
But
mean.
they don't, because part of the thing is being undepthful is a sign of being a Chud. So even like this one is an undepthful character who isn't a Chud, but they're still not full Chad.
Yeah, I'll put him in slight Chad because they do have less
Yeah.
burst damage than Reg and Party Brains.
Yeah.
E-Citron,
E-Citron.
he is a very skilled character, that is for sure. If
Yes.
you hit those flicks on E-Citron, you're nuts. But you do have EM. Actually, EMP isn't that helpful because it like diminishes your charge and it
Yeah,
forces you to be use a tap fire.
yeah.
I think he's
Yeah,
slightly
slight
Chadly.
slightly they're a lot less susceptible to the dark side of
For
Citron.
sure. EP.
It's
Now, wait,
like
wait, wait.
they're
Let me hold you, dear audience. I know everyone, any average player is putting EP in Ultimate Chud instantly. But I feel like
yeah.
I've gotten better at dealing with them, and they're just Chud characters.
Well, yeah, they have to be if you want to be good, you have to be aggressive. If you compare that with this freaking Captain Cannon shit,
Yeah, they're
like
definitely not. They're definitely not as bad as Captain Cannon because at least with the EP you have to be aggressive if you actually want to kill your opponent.
yeah. Reggineer. Boy, I love
They still have
Engineer.
they still have the Sonic grenade, so they definitely can't go in
Yeah.
Ultra Chadley. But I
But
definitely
they
think it's a Chad character.
a good one like because it's like with camo cactus where if you only use the splash you're losing out on half of your DPS.
And his projectile is one of the like weirdest to play in the game. It's got
Yeah.
limited range. It's a one. It's just weird.
And also, one of my favorite parts, I just want to bring this up for the audience. He doesn't have damage fall off, which is one of the most fun parts of his entire character, is that even though it cuts off after a range, you can still do just as well from like mid range.
Okay, fire cactus. I I rarely see them, but they're not a fun character to play against at all when I
I
do.
I feel like they would be with like Chudface, but Chudface has a little bit more annoying abilities.
Like like barrel.
Well, I barrel mainly, and also Cannon Rodeo is it's not that annoying, but it's definitely more annoying than anything Cactus has besides drones. But we're not considering those.
I still feel like they're annoying enough of a character with the fire damage.
I
Uh,
guess
yeah, just to for yeah. Okay.
Fire
Um,
Trapper. It's like you don't really see the fire really mattering
because if
because
the
if a
chomper's already on you, you're dead.
there's still slight chud. There's still slight chud because it's like chomp thing where they're just like how I thought they were and should be. It's just the default spray where like it does not matter. There's nothing sort of cool about them.
Okay. Um,
Chud
fire
or ultimate chud.
flower.
There,
Like
I am a flower main, and yes, fire flower is evil.
fire flower is so unfun to deal with. They have healing. They have the spammy fire shots of doom and despair. It's awful.
Fire
Um,
piece similar, but
I honestly feel like because he has to be aggressive. Basically, he you kind of have to be aggressive.
I'm
Uh,
pretty sure there's a range limit on the fire projectiles for some of them.
really? Is there a
I
range
thought I
limit on
heard that.
fire piece?
I could be wrong about that. I thought I heard it
I don't know. I
somewhere.
haven't played Fire P in a while, but it doesn't sound right to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them in
Just
slight chud.
they're
They need
not
more aim. They
EP.
need more aim than EP. And that's
Fire Rose, dude,
I hate
if you
fire.
get
I hate
if you
fires.
get they're not Druid Rose level, but they are very annoying. If you get hit by a fully charged shot, it does like nothing, but it also sets you on fire, and it looks like you're taking 1 billion damage, but
Yeah,
you're not. You're gonna take the least amount of damage that in the game. That still is annoying because lowest DPS and all.
and they also have auto aim. It's just so
Yeah,
undepthful. Reg Soldier
the foot
is
soldier.
probably slight Chad because they're a strong character that's relatively easy to pick up. They have a lot of depth though.
Yeah,
There's more positives than
they're not like um well we'll look at that later. Never mind.
yeah. Um, Frost
They're like
Rose Chud. They're definitely nearer the
I
Chud
don't
side.
know.
I hate dying to
They're
Frost
on
Roses.
the chud side, but the good part about them is that homing is much less required. So it cuts down a lot on the undepthfulness.
Okay. I think it's fair to put them in slight Chud then.
Yes, I don't think they're anywhere higher than neutral.
Frost Citron, they're a freeze character with a really easy freeze. Even though I like them, I feel like they're just mm, definitely a Chud character. I don't see them that much,
Yeah.
but when I die to them, it's not very fun.
Yeah.
Future
Uh,
Cactus is
uh
slight Chad because
Slight Chad.
they require good aim.
They have a lot of annoyingness, especially because of their whole like one-shotting a few classes. Um,
You still have, I
but
mean, to one
they,
shot an imp
it's
or a scientist, the hitbox is pretty small.
well,
So
yeah, it's like how going. It feels like going against Agent P in some sense, where they're like really good and really annoying, but there's a little bit less required of you on Future Cactus because you don't have to have perfect aim while moving.
I don't think they're that annoying. I mean, maybe it's because I don't face that many good future cacti. Uh, but I normally respect them if they get most kills or something like that.
Yeah. Oh
Su
my God, is it general time? It's general time.
General time.
I feel like
Uh,
just having to working around the jump defect, I think makes them. I mean, I don't know if we're doing in tiers, maybe not necessarily Chad, but they're definitely more Chadly than a lot of soldiers.
I guess I'll put him in slight Chad because
Sure.
he kind of plays like a reg soldier.
Oh, a slightly more respected reg soldier, just because of, I guess, limitations. I don't know. I don't know if it's a respectful limitation, but it's something you have to work around. Hockey star,
Hockey star. He's a freeze character.
goalie
Yeah, there we
star.
go, goalie.
Crap. How can I?
Goalie, I feel like I never get frozen by goalie. It's more often I get imp on sprint tackled. Just
Inputs and the chill is still annoying.
yeah, I'll put him in slight Chad. They're definitely a slightly Chad character. Golf Star is a very Chad-like character.
Yeah,
They still have imp on
yeah,
sprint tackle, so they're kind of
but
halted right there from going into the ultra Chadly tier. But they
but
definitely require a lot of effort.
they require, and most of the time you're out of input sprint tackle range anyway, or not most of the time, but a lot of the time.
Mhm. Hockey Star is basically just Reg Star, but without the projectile limitation. So they're like a slight Chud character. Imp sprint tackle brings them down. They require good aim.
Yeah, but it's also a lot easier to keep up than like their because their projectile speed is just so much faster than Regstar.
Okay. Hot Rod,
Um,
it I don't like. I really don't like dying to Hot Rod because maybe it's less the character, but the players who play Hot Rod who I
well, I
just
mean,
don't like their
that's
play style.
well, just like it's sort of. I feel like it is kind of almost the definition of things I don't like about Chomper. The definition of everything I dislike about sort of regular Chompers.
His ability encourages swallowing, and then you get like either another free kill off of it or an escape. Unlike Count Chocula, where you still have to like hold your own or whatever, you don't get a free kill, that's for sure. So I
Yeah.
think he's probably just a Chud character.
Yeah. They're not ultimate Chud.
Hovergoat is
Hover Goat.
definitely a Chad character. He has
You are biased. You are biased as hell for saying that, but I still sort of agree.
but he's so cool, man. He's cool. He has no insta
Is
win
cool.
buttons. He's a pocket character, so you're not even going to be dying to the Hovergoat that often. You're probably going to be dying to the person
Yeah.
they're pocketing. Uh they're very annoying when they pocket a Captain Cannon, but I've only seen that like
Well,
once or
yeah.
twice.
Yeah. Whatever.
Ice
Yeah, that's
Cactus
fine.
is definitely a Judd character, I'm going to be honest. You only have to hit 4 shots. Well, four
And
shots is still like
yeah,
enough for them not to be
it's
like super stupid, but you still only have to hit half of your shots on most of the like even a little bit more than half on most of the cast.
yeah.
Ice P,
Ice P.
he feels kind of weak, so I feel like he's just a
Yeah, I think
splash.
he's like a splash P that's like not.
I don't remember honestly. I don't remember the last time I was frozen by an ice P. And if Reg P would just be neutral because he has annoying abilities, but you're gonna die if you rush a good player. Like
And or at least if you rush a good player and can't actually hit your projectiles.
yeah, you're still gonna die if you just pogo on a player as
I'm
not
like
to
a good
brag,
foot soldier.
but as good as me.
Nah.
And with Ice P, I feel like Ice P is because I almost never get frozen by them. The damage limitation is more of an issue for them. So I'll put
Yeah.
them inside chat.
Imp.
Imp, they have
They have gravity nade,
gravity nade.
but
Their
they're
projectiles are very difficult to use, and they have a lot of depth to them.
yeah. I
Gravity
mean,
nade,
I'm
gravity nade, and Imp Kata both kind of are just
yeah.
skillless
Imp Kata's,
abilities.
if you know how to use it, Imp Kata has a little bit more depth just because you can use it as a finisher. That's more important on a character like Party Imp though, where getting kills specifically is something you want a lot more than a lot of other characters. But yeah, whatever.
Iron Citron is he has such a ginormous health bar that I feel like a bunch of noobs pick him up and
He's like
some
outside of mode, his like DPS is freaking stupid. Like bad, I feel. Like it's like it's not as bad as a lot of other characters, but I feel like he's very underwhelming outside of mode.
I think is he's got rollout EM Peach,
Yeah.
a bajillion health, and he's very hard to win 1v1s with, even outside of mode, in my opinion. So I'll put him in side chat. Jade
Okay.
Cactus, Splash Cactus, but they're really slow and they do less damage than Red Cactus. I'm kind of biased, but I
You
think
are
that they're a
biased.
Chad character.
I think they're slight Chad. They're slight Chad. It's like kind of you get they're still splash. You get respect for playing a bad character, but it is like there is a little bit less demanded of you to succeed to the level of the character.
Okay, I'll put him in side chat. Reg Corn, did we put Reg.
I don't have we ranked any. I don't think we've ranked any other
We
corns
ranked
yet.
Commando Corn.
Oh yeah, Commando. Then I don't know.
I don't.
Maybe neutral, just because
There's
they're
Insta Husk Hop, which is
I
stupid.
don't know.
Shuck
And
Shot's
bigger.
harder to
I'm
use than ZPG. And
bigger, better butter being like paid exclusive is like it's chud on the developer's part, but
I feel like it's harder to play than Reg Soldier. I'll just put him in. Well, he still has the Husk Hop, so I think he goes in
yeah,
neutral.
yeah.
Landscaper is.
Landscaper.
He has Air Siren, but it's not really enough.
I I feel like Landscaper's just like he's so cool,
He's so
and
based of a character.
yeah,
I don't think that there's actually genuinely I don't think any like semi-professional player like I think it's safe to say Beanie probably isn't like that good at Landscaper. I mean, he's probably just good
good.
overall, but uh Landscaper is such a hard character to get good at. It probably takes like hundreds of hours until you like start really mastering him.
Yeah. Okay.
Loppy.
Lobby, Ultra Chadley. I'm fine with putting that top tier.
Uh,
Because we mentioned we put Agent P in chat, and this is just like one of the highest skill, maybe the highest skill ceiling character in the game.
Probably. You have to get carpal tunnel if you want to get
Really,
good at them on
carpal
controller.
tunnel, buy a Zim or buy a mod controller.
If you use a modded controller, I feel like they drop like really low, honestly. If you use a modded
Yeah.
controller, because you're removing the skill expression of the character, and now they're just really, really broken.
Oh,
All right, let's make this next row a speed round.
yeah.
Speed
Drake Imp.
round,
They're
go. Drake Imp, Chud character for sure.
like
Their mech
or
is so annoying. Their mech is
it's
awful. They're potentially even
yeah.
ultimate Chud.
Specifically, their mech is Ultimate Chud. They're also pretty
They're a
annoying because they
fire
still
character. They have Gravity Nade Imkata. I feel like they're an ultimate
yeah.
Chud character.
MB is like I
MB
don't know.
is well, they sort of you just instantly lose if you get close, but if you get caught out from afar, you also instantly lose. I feel like they're neutral.
They have a projectile and they're not quite as absurd as a lot of others. Mechanic,
Mechanic, they're
probably
soldier, but they have air
neutral because
siren, so they have neutral.
they're soldier, but they have sonic grenade.
Um,
Metal
is
pedals, like
definitely a Chad character. Their
yeah,
DPS feels worse. I don't know if it actually is worse, but it feels worse.
I think it is about the same. I think it is like it might be one damage less.
Chad character, I'd say, especially because of how slow they are, and you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like play like a support playstyle generally.
Mob
Mob
Cob,
Cob,
more accurate. They're just
they're just like
less slight Chad.
they're slight Chad. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
Moto X,
Moto
I
X,
never see Moto X's almost ever.
they're like
Uh,
baseball-ish, but
their ability could be annoying, but I think the last time I felt their ability was when the game first came out or something. Like I genuinely
yeah.
haven't
Or and like
been
freaking
in
like
dirt.
bots in the when we were in the backyard as like youngins.
Yeah,
Like
Moto X
you'd have
is
to
like
deal with the
his ability
bots.
almost never comes in play. He's kind
Yeah.
of just like he's kind of like Hockey Star because he has the fast projectiles. So, well, actually no, he's like horrible damage. So I think he's just
Yeah.
neutral.
Neutral, neutral.
Mystic.
Their skill expression, but less and but it's also kind of annoying and a lot easier than yeah, slight Chad.
Touch it. Necros. I do not like playing against Necros almost at all because first of all, they're homing, and second of all, they basically disable you for a
Yeah.
solid like 10 seconds. You just can't play the game. You just have to sit back, heal, or right hand peek someone. So
Yeah.
they're like a Chud character. I wouldn't say they're
Painter,
ultimate Chud.
Painter, Chad. Painter's sick. Maybe not. I don't
They
know.
have
Maybe
splash
Ultra
damage,
Chadley.
so they have splash damage and air
Yeah,
siren, so they're kind of
a
stopped
little bit.
from ultra
I
Chadling,
mean,
but they're for sure a
I
Chud
mean,
character.
Sonic Grenade never really comes into play as much as
Well,
others,
you still
but yeah.
stop
So,
approaches.
yeah. Um, Probably like
I do not like
slight chud unless you're that one guy, in
that
which case
one
it's
fucking
ultimate chud.
guy. I
That
forgot who
one.
that was.
I mean, me too. But that. One
There's this one
guy.
guy who's just poking us over and over again as paleontologist.
And they had like most kills or something, I think. And they were just right hand peeking.
Constantly. Park ranger. Oh, hold on.
Um,
There you go. Park ranger is a character that
I don't even know.
I rarely see him. I'll put him in neutral. Well, he's splash damage, so I guess he's a slight chud character. Party brains. We're still in the speed round. He's a chud.
Uh,
He's honestly a chud character. He has a lot of splash damage. Dealing with him in party mode is not fun at all. Uh,
yeah. I think they're like kind of respectable. They're not. I don't know. I mean, you're never really using their beam because it's so mid, and so there's that part of skill expression is kind of taken out.
actually, I'll put him in neutral just
All right.
because you have to have good positioning if you actually want to get party time. Party Citron. It's just
I mean, slight
Citron.
Chad. I mean, I don't know. Maybe neutral because they're like slight neutral or slight Chad. I think that they're like
Because you
sort
have
of
to play
the
safer, and you can't just
they have to play
rush into
safer.
Stephanie and Peach.
They're kind of like the sort of embodiment um
I'll put him in
of like
chat,
the
honestly.
bet the we can use it as like the peak of Citron as like
Yeah, because you do have to play
the
safe.
most respectable aspect.
Final
Party
character of this
corn.
speed round. They're just honestly, they're
They're
just
just like
where's Redcorn?
corn is in neutral.
Yeah, he's basically just Redcorn. His party time
Par-
doesn't change that much.
I'm biased with Party Imp. I want to put them like on at least slight Chad.
Yeah, you do have to play very safe because he's so frail. Uh,
Yeah.
put him in flight chat. Regim's in neutral? Okay, that makes sense.
Regim's in neutral. Party Rose.
Honestly, their party time doesn't really do that much for them. I feel like
They're
they're.
like they do like 2 damage extra compared to regular Rose,
I feel like
and
they're
they
still a slight chud character. Or well, because they require so little skill, but they are frail.
there's a little bit more like thought required, but it's like
We'll probably put Reg Rose in slight chud, so I'll put them in neutral
okay.
because you have to play safer. This okay.
Patch.
It is a self debt, so automatically it's kind of guaranteed to be the chud character.
It's not ultimate Chud. It is not ultimate Chud.
I
I
think they're
don't
like
think
here
Patch.
are I feel like because the projectile is so slow, you can't even really play them like Captain Cannon. So it's like the three layers of chudliness in the self debt characters.
In this, yeah.
There's petrified, electro, and cannon. I think that makes sense.
Um,
Physicist is really bad. I
yeah.
rarely see him,
I
and
play
that way
them
I feel like he's a
decently.
slight Chad character
I play them fairly frequently.
because they're just shit. They're shit, and there's nothing rewarding about them. Plasma P. If you hit direct hits, then you're more of a Chad-like player because you have good aim.
I still think neutral or like slight Chud, just because
I'll
I
put him
mean
in slight.
you don't do this. I'm not accusing you of doing this, but there's a lot of plasma Ps who just like fire fully charged shots
At
nearby
your
and get
feet instead of
yeah
actually trying to hit you. And those
yeah
guys make up the majority of the player base of
yeah.
PV or Plasma P player base anyway.
Plumber is weird.
Plumber is so weird. He feels like a base character because nobody plays him, but he also literally is designed to be as brain dead as possible.
Yeah.
At least he doesn't freeze you like AC Perry, so he's not as annoying. I'll put him in Slight Chud. Popscorn, I love Popscorn. He's a very, very cool
Yeah.
corn
He's just sort of
character.
like a little bit more exemplary of the good. He's like similar to Mobcob. They're just a bit more exemplary of the positives of the corn class.
Yeah, where do we put? Yeah, Mob Cubs, Slight Chud. Okay,
Yes,
Power Cactus. I'm very biased, but I feel like Power Cactus is
they're they
it.
are not ultra Chadley. They are Chad.
They're
I'm biased towards Power Cactus too, and I don't think they're ultra Chadley.
yeah, I guess that's fair. Power Chomper is just Fire
Just
Chomper.
with Fire
Maybe
Chomper.
neutral because they don't have as much
You're more
DPS.
encouraged. You're also a lot more encouraged to use the spray because of how the spray can do a bit more than fire. Like fire up close doesn't really do anything. Electricity up close does.
Okay, yeah, I'll put him in neutral.
Uh,
We got Power Flower. They have 100% damage transfer, which is,
yeah,
even though it's cool, it's not really a fun
yeah,
playstyle to deal with.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But it's so immaculate to play as once you, yeah,
Okay.
whatever.
Pylon Imp. He has splash
You just
damage.
take this. I'm so incredibly biased to Pylon Imp as they are my main.
I will put them in Chad because they have splash
All right.
damage, uh, which holds them back. Gravity Nade, which holds them back. They have the hard, once like potentially even the hardest projectiles to use in the game. Just because of how weird they are.
Yeah,
And their mech is pretty cool too.
yeah.
Rhoda Z.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Chud or Ultimate Chud? Like,
The only thing stopping them from being an ultimate chud is the fact you can't use Sonic Grenade while you're on Turbo Jack. If they
yeah,
could do that, they'd be doing that all day, bro. They
and
just
that would just
suicide do that over and over and over
yeah.
again, and then I put them in the depths of hell with Zoologist.
Rock P has the freaking respect of like you have to deal with that bullshit.
He is so impossible to play. I feel like he
Look,
deserves to be an Ultra Chadley. He has he's like a skill ceiling unconceivable because we haven't
it's
even tried to handle his
you just
shot.
have to like work with. For those who don't know, I mean there probably aren't that many, but his projectiles move with his body. So you if
And
you
they're not fast
strafe,
either.
yeah, if you strafe while moving side, if you strafe and shoot, your projectiles will move with you, and it continues through hyper, which is maybe the most absurd looking thing in the world, where you can just have these completely sideways going projectiles, and it just, yeah.
Reg Rose
I think we
is
agreed on Slight Chud
yeah.
earlier.
Rugby, splash damage character, imp sprint tackle. Big Rico
Chud or
Joe
Slight
does
Chud.
yeah. Big Rico Joe does not play this character in a very cool way.
Mm,
Sanitation is definitely a
yeah.
Chad character.
Chad, full Chad, not
Oh,
ultra Chadly, but 100% Chad. Their projectile's really weird, but it's also really cool.
Scallywag imp, one of my
I
favorite
like
imps.
Sally.
He encourages you to get right in the face of your enemies. So you are playing pretty risky if you're trying to get value out of his
Mode.
his splash damage things. He has a cool mode. His mech has the crusty Gigabomb movement.
Yeah.
I'll make a video on that at some
Yeah.
point.
One thing I like how his mode is just in general. I like how it's different from the other legendary modes. It's not just another get 5 kills, become OP. It's a little bit cooler than that.
Reg Scientist is just a
They freaking like 70 damage per shot or whatever.
yeah. I guess they deserve to be in Slight Shed because of that. Scuba. They're a splash damage character with a gimmick that makes no difference,
They're like tank commander, but
but
like
less skill.
you don't have to
I would
work
put
around
I would
being
put
tank
Tank
commander.
Commander and Slight Chad, so I'll put Scuba in neutral. Let me just
All
quickly
right.
do that.
Right.
Okay.
Shadow
Shadow Flower is
flowers
just like
like
Reg Flower really, and Reg Flower is
yeah.
probably neutral.
Yeah. They're it's just a little bit more offensive potential.
I'll put like all of these
All
guys.
of
I
those.
think I think these characters are just generally the same.
Yeah.
And Vampire is very cool.
Sure.
Maybe even Ultra
I
Chadley, but
no,
no,
no.
nah.
I think Shrimp should be one tier below Regimp because they don't require working around whatever crap Regimp has with their projectiles. Because Regimp's projectiles are weird to work around. Shrimps are just like lasers.
Where's Regimp? Oh, he's in
Neutral.
neutral. Okay, he's a slight shed character, and his mech is extremely powerful.
Yeah,
Sky Trooper is definitely a slightly Chad character. It's harder to
yeah, they're just like all the other soldiers.
yeah. Let's just quickly okay.
Hey, look, it's Super Commander.
Brains is he has. I feel like he's worse than Party Brains, wherever Party Brains is, because
Party Brains in
you have to
neutral.
take less risks.
Look, it's Super
Super
Commander.
Commander. Um, I feel like he really should just be with the rest of them, but he's so strong.
Yeah, it's like
He's
It's just a little bit more reward. It's like, I mean, this isn't really what we're. I think it can go with the rest of them because it's not really what we're measuring. Because it's not necessarily like obviously better ones are gonna be a little bit more annoying to go against, but like we're not really talking about how good they are. It's just how sort of annoying they are and how respectable they are. And I feel like Super Commando is just like
just
with the
expectable foot soldier.
rest, just the rest of the soldier class, just a little bit respectable.
All right, last few are going to be another speed round. Tennis star, slightly cooler than these other guys. Um,
I think, I mean, there's a little bit more skill expression because you do actually get to move a bit.
yeah, it'd be.
You can you
I agree.
you can just strafe.
Slight chat. Torchwood. Honestly, his ginormous health pool and smoldering madness BS don't really help him, so I'm
And
gonna
it
put him in slight
Yeah,
chud.
slight shot. And also, I like you just get up close, and then it's like you get up close and then you die anyway because of the
This is a
Blazing Blast.
this is a pretty undisputed
Yeah,
choice here.
yeah. I think we can just move on.
Toxic Chomper is basically just Fire Jumper.
Yeah.
Toxic Citron is
Uh,
super
I
annoying.
want to say
I know
ultimate
he's
Chud, especially if you're Big Rico Joe.
if you're Big Rico Joe, you're a mega chud, bro. If you play like you just rush in with roll out over and over and over again, and then you just like maybe shoot in the general direction of your opponents, and you'll kill them.
Yeah.
Toxic P
If this was
is
Garden Warfare 1, it would be Ultimate Chud, because we call it Chud P in Garden Warfare 1, but I think in Garden Warfare 2,
honestly,
there's
I'd
not.
much rather deal with the Toxic P than an EP in this game. So
Yeah.
slight chud. This character is
Ultimate
very.
Chud. They're just. I want to put the. I'm very biased
I know.
against you
I
specifically.
rarely die to them.
You don't do that anymore. I don't. I don't really experience it anymore because I don't have to deal with you, and so we can just put them in regular Chud.
Okay.
But
Unicorn.
let's
We
not
never.
rank them.
I
We don't have enough experience at
yeah. I
like
don't think I've. I think I've maybe seen one unicorn outside of
those
seeing
modes.
a unicorn chomp. It's like seeing a unicorn. It's very rare.
Yeah, it's literally seeing a unicorn.
Welder is a worse he's definitely worse than engineer wherever engineer is.
Engineer is Chad. We can put them in like neutral or slight Chud because their fire and also their projectile is just so much easier to work with.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in slight chud. I think they're worse than electrician for sure. Wrestling star is definitely potentially
They're
well no impulse tackle is very much
yeah, they're
encouraged on them because they're a close range character. So I
yeah,
want to put
they
them in
are.
Chad, but their projectile is so weird. It's so weird.
Yeah,
It's
we
so
have reached
weird.
the ultimate decision of a Yeti Chomper. Are they a Chud?
So from an outsider's opinion, if you're not in the YC clan like me and Ender, YC of course standing being short for Yeti Chomper, you would probably consider them ultimate Chud character because they're just Chomper but with more splash damage, and they're not fun to play against at all, really. But if you're part of the YC clan, you know it's an ultra Chad character.
And put it at the top. Put it at the top. Put it in
Oh yeah.
the very
So
top.
if you disagree with this, just join the YC clan. All your
Exactly.
problems will be fixed. Zimp.
Ah,
We deal with a lot of annoying Zimp players. I feel like Svenster is kind of annoying. Same with Dark. I really don't like how Darkhelm plays,
yeah.
but they're
I mean, there's skill required, but it's like so they get a lot of sort of annoying bonuses to the Chad or Chud category because it's like annoying is also kind of part of it, but it's because like it's like hard, but it's so I put it with Regimp. It's like
I'll
with
put them in
Regimp
camp.
where they're pretty annoying, but like they have some respect to them because even though because there's still some weirdness about the projectile.
Not that many people play Zen Cactus, but I feel like they are very strong, and they also have
Yeah.
splash damage, and I feel like they're
Slight Chud.
very slight shot. Now, we have came
Um,
to the final character, Zoologist.
this is the just name this row like you changed the.
Oh shit! I forgot how that worked.
It's so stupid.
Wait, what color is this normally?
I put the like light green or the darkest green, I think. Or
There's two
no,
green colors.
the the one after the darkest green, the like light blue.
Oh,
I
okay. Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah.
that's right.
That sounds right.
And then this
This
we can do
one
black. Yeah,
is
this
like we
one
can't do black because we can't see it.
purple.
And the name of
That
this one is
hell.
Hell. This character is so unbelievably cringe. They kill you basically instantly. Uh, Briffix kind of, I like to give him
Griffix
props.
Griffix is built different.
Br-
Griffix is built different.
I hate dying to zoologists. It never feels good because you have no time to react, unlike chemist. At least with chemist, maybe I could flick on the chemist or escape in some way with some ability. With
This
zoologist, I just want to like, launch a rocket at my TV screen
it's
whenever I
like
die to one.
the only thing that zoologist tests you is positioning, which immediately gets counteracted by having warp.
And
If you want to
roam.
if you yeah, if you want to stay alive longer, that's a little bit more respectable, but even then you have two warps. You can just use one for getting there and one for getting away, or just attack people who aren't in groups. It's just like
Yeah. Okay. So that's the tier list. If you disagree with the tier list, you're probably a
you're wrong.
chud. You're probably a chud character. All right.
Yeah.
See you later, YCs. Hope you enjoyed the
I
incredibly based tier list. Bye.